I know since I talk about God so much, it's hard for people to want to listen because they've heard so much slandering of stories and past historical things that people have told their families or passed down through traditions. Now, there's nothing wrong with any of those things because they're all just a learning ability for everybody. Like it's a possibility for you to learn something in a new way, in a spiritual, experience. So the way that it really is that nobody's going to comprehend is that if you don't understand that the creator of such a magnificent thing as a universe doesn't have the hindrances of the human mind that we have, and there's a level of contemplation or even a level of consciousness that we cannot perceive as the humans we are. But when you truly have passed that and realize that you aren't just this human, in fact, you aren't this human at all, that you can truly know and experience those things. But then trying to come back and say them to people, they're not going to understand because the words that you're going to try to put them in are the obstacle. Like when I go to tell you that if you imagine God as let's say the whole world is a movie and God is the director. So the director can change his mind and say, let's do this scene differently this way. And he doesn't need actors to do it. He just says it and it happens, or she just says it and it happens. It just says it, commands it, feels it, wants it, and it happens. Now, in that same kind of effect, once into a physical world, those things do happen, but those things also get free will so that they can experience and also give the creator experience through their thoughts, emotions, their interactions, their newly felt responses in moments, okay? So if an actor says, go out and do the scene that I told you to act out, there's always going to be some improv involved. There's going to be some on-the-moment things. Now, your life has been directed by the Creator, by God, and you are here playing your part, and not playing it in the way of, oh, this is fun, or, oh, this is a joke, but you are being who you are. You are a being, and you're doing exactly what you're here for, that you wanted to do. There's no doubt that every person, no matter how much they want to kick and scream and say, oh, there's no meaning to it all, I can show them that there is. Simply. I mean, and if they got mad at me, that would be like somebody saying, I want to be mad at you for telling me that my life is worth something. Like, why would anybody anywhere get mad that I tell them that their life is worth something, unless they're mad that I'm telling everybody that their life is worth something, so those people who think that they're more important would get mad, because now they're not going to be held up to a higher standard or looked at as something more meaningful than others. And that's the big issue. People want to have more power over others, and it's just fake. So God itself does such an amazing thing. It has shown me and let me experience. That's why I say that which version. When people say like, how then if you have experienced the life of Jesus, then what was it like? I'm like, which time? Don't you realize that there are billions of planets, and on each one of those planets, these words and letters do exactly what they're doing here. And I can show you what I mean, and you will see what I mean. And your mind will be blown. And you will forget all the stuff that you thought before, and you will start anew living a life that is making sense, that will help people grow, help humanity grow, help consciousness become to the higher level it's meant to be at now. All you have to do is open your heart and listen. And it's not no kitty, mushy, gooey, open your heart stuff. I mean like really be alive and open your heart to see what is going on in front of you. Open your eyes to experience them. Open your heart to feel them. So God is the great director and the actor and the props and the stage. So without needing anyone to do these things, these existences have played out or have gone through their course infinitely. Nobody can prove to me, because I know differently, because I've been in the timeless place where there is no physical matter. So when people say the Earth is 13.8 billion years, and now people say, oh, that's many, many more billions of years older than that, or however long they say, billions and trillions, and I don't care, because those are all words. And I've been to the place where the words were created, where we're talking about it now, and how my numbers and my 1, 3, and 8 has always been there since I've always talked about it for the longest time, for a long, long time at least. And I didn't know all these things before. But somewhere in me resonated with them and just knew it to the depth of me. And now that it has actually come around and totally come through in the right way, I have no choice but to tell people what they want to know, what they deep down want to know, even if it's scary. People would say, I don't want to know that because it makes me uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, but if the truth comes through this, at the end of you going through the struggle, you're going to need to face the fact, to face the truth, and the outcome that's going to come of that on your spiritual progress, not your emotional or egotistical. Like, your emotional will be a rough time. Your egotistical will be crushed. But your spiritual progress is heading exactly where it needs to go. You're a being of consciousness, and you're getting to move forward in the world, in the universe itself. You're actually getting the opportunity to move forward into a higher consciousness. And if you want to choose to sit back and toxify yourself and poison yourself continuously and say that's what you want to do, you just don't understand the magnificent benefits that don't even have a comparison to the life we're living now on Earth. The life we're living now on Earth that is ran by a government and by people who are dumbing you down on purpose, and it's obvious. The life that we have available to us right now, if people start listening to what I can teach them, is not even measurable. It's so much better than the world we're living right now. And it can happen right here. I'm the messenger to show people how. And I don't want credit for it because I just want to show a few people and let them show more people and let them show more people and have families grow up not just the right way, but in a way where they're living according to how they feel life should be. Not where just because we can, like they'll actually grow up with the morals of saying, well, I wouldn't do this at all because it's going to destroy our livingness. Like I'm not going to do anything that's going to cause me and everyone else to live toxified or to poison us or to just not even think about it anymore. We're at the level where we are able to think and know what we should do. And we're allowing ourselves to be pushed around. There's a better life than that out here. And I'm here to guide people. I will say lead, because I was never one of those people who liked saying lead or teach. But I always knew that I was meant to be a leader because I've always been the guy who says, hey guys, let's do it like this. And gets the job done. So it's not one of those things where I'm just using the word lead to sound cool. I've always been a leader. It's just the way it is. I don't want to necessarily. It just is it's the way I am. I am the lead. And if you understood why to its depth, you'd get it. And if you don't, that's fine. If you never do, that's fine too. But that's all I'm going to say for now. There's a depth, an extreme depth that we are right here in front of. And it's right here for us to know. It just takes those efforts of individuals to really do it and take it upon themselves to really want to know. Other than that, we can just choose to sit back and be pushed around, or we can raise ourselves to the highest level we've ever been. Until next time, peace.